Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Coffee with Ayesha, where I'll be having heart-to-heart conversations with some very special guests. And on that note, let's see who's joining me on the table today. Ahmad Hussain, welcome to the table. How are you? Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. I'm very good, thank you very much.
Great, and you're having coffee with me. So is coffee one of your treats that you have, or is it your daily fuel?
It's probably one of my treats. I'm more of a tea person.
Oh, are you?
But I like my coffee when I need a boost. So.
Oh, okay. Today you'll need a boost because you're going to be answering loads of questions
really? Yeah.
today.
Okay.
Mashallah, you're an accomplished singer, songwriter, businessman, mashallah, if you didn't already know.
Okay.
But it's interesting to know how that started. So tell us a little bit about what your childhood was like in Sheffield when you were growing up.
Growing up in Sheffield, I was probably just a quiet kid in the classroom.
No.
I was.
Really?
Yeah, I always had a passion for music. So in my science lessons, I was like doing all the tapping and stuff, and always getting told off by the teacher. So, music's always kind of been there. Because my elder brother, he was like... he was running a radio station at the time, so you can imagine a young boy growing up and being inspired by his elder brother.
Of course.
So that's
so you weren't up to mischief or anything?
No. Do I look the type?
Well, we'll find out. I'll answer that question later.
No, I've always been a good, simple, straightforward guy.
Okay.
Of course, there's a bit of mischief as you're growing up as a teenager, but we'll go into that a bit later.
Yeah, we will.
So, music's always been like my passion from a very young age.
Yeah.
So, I guess that's what brought me here.
Of course. I mean, how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have 2 sisters. I have 3 brothers.
3 brothers, wow. What number are you?
I'm the youngest.
No.
I'm the baby of the
family.
family.
You're the baby. So do you get spoilt?
I do, yeah. I've always been the spoilt one.
So, everybody's just like, oh, Ahmed, again, he's getting away with everything. Yeah. I totally relate to you because I'm the youngest as well.
Oh, really?
Mashallah. Yeah, exactly. So in terms of, when you were growing up, did you have any religious influences, or was it more cultural influences? Because you're from Pakistani background, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. My parents are from Pakistan. My mother's very religious. She always has been, mashallah. Myself, growing up in Britain, just like any other teenage, I'm a 90s kid because I was born in 81.
Yes.
You sort of get influenced by so many different people, singers, movies, all these things influence us to sort of, do certain things in life. So I was one of them. I wasn't religious. This is something that came after. So I was just a normal, normal kid, a streetwise kid, I should say.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I understand. 90s. I don't really remember it being so Islamic as such as it was post 2000. So like you just said earlier, that you were heavily influenced by your older brother Abid, I believe.
Yeah, that's right.
He set up a first radio station up in Sheffield, the first Asian community.
The first
that must have been phenomenal for him.
It was, it was in 1992, I think it was.
Yeah.
I was quite young
10.
at the time.
Yeah, very young.
And my uncle also, he's a singer.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he sings a lot of sort of like Pakistani sort of songs and stuff.
Okay.
So growing in a household when you've got people that you're looking up to who are already in the media and this sort of thing, it kind of does inspire you.
Yeah. So when you stepped into the radio station for the first time when you were 10, what was your first impressions?
I was just amazed. I just saw loads of buttons and lights and mixers and stuff. And obviously back in the days, now it's all computer based, but they had all the big massive decks in there. And I was just fascinated. I just wanted to explore and learn this. I was like, wow, this is just amazing. So and obviously it's just from there, it just kind of.
So then as you were growing up, you actually fell into music. Did you want it to be a career? Or did you have a backup?
Or
your family were like, no, can't go into music?
Yeah, I mean, like, I was more into the music side of things, so the more of like a music producer. Singing, to be fair, initially it wasn't on my mind. I sort of knew I had a singing voice, but I think I was just a bit too shy to sing or something. I don't know what it was.
You can't be shy.
But I never sung. It was just music production. That was my passion.
Okay.
So that's what I began.
All right. Okay. So did you, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, obviously, did you produce an album like in 2003, 2002 called Emotions?
Yeah, that's right. Yes. That was... that's a long time ago.
Sorry,
yes.
am I showing? I'm really showing your age.
No.
This is
pre-Nasheed.
Yes.
Yeah, this is an album I did with Music Asia,
which
is a record label. I don't know if it's still around. It's been a long time.
Yeah. What kind of music were you doing then?
This was like more like R&B Bhangra sort of thing. I mean, I'm sure the genre still exists, and there's probably so many singers out there and producers, but it's been a long time since I've kind of been off the scene. So, but yeah, that's what I originally got involved in, all this kind of Bhangra kind of genre.
So, what you would be like singing or writing?
I was just doing the
songs?
music. Yeah, I was just doing the music. I wasn't singing neither.
So,
I was doing the light bulb dance.
No,
or anything.
you weren't.
It was just.
I bet you were.
I was just behind the scenes. You couldn't see me then.
You just knew the beats to
I just
the
knew.
song.
Yeah, that's right.
SubhanAllah. Then your life started to change.
Yeah.
There was like that moment. What happened just before you found out that your sister unexpectedly passed away in 2003?
Yeah, that was just the year that changed my life. I wasn't expecting that. I don't think anyone was in our family. It was a sudden death. I mean, at the time, I was just I was out with some friends. We were playing a game of cricket. I received the call. I mean, just the night before, I was speaking with my sister, and she was perfectly fine. She was telling me about she's going to go to the park, take the children, and have a game around us. And just all of a sudden, within 24 hours, this happened. And for me, this was the turning point in my life, because I was just sort of lost in my own world. Just get deeply into my music, not spending much time with the family, out late and all these kind of things. But subhanallah, that just kind of hit me. So that was the turning point.
So then, when that happened, so you said that your sister has kids.
Yeah, she had 3 children at the time when she passed away. And it's
so she married everything and
yeah, she was married. So we grew up together. I mean, she was my elder sister. I was very close to her. We used to do like cooking together. We used to go out together and everything. And she married, and then she moved to Middlesbrough.
Right.
And then for a good few years, mashallah, she was very happily married and everything. And we used to go there and and subhanallah, just one day, I mean, I just couldn't believe it. That she'd leave us so quickly, so early. And that was the turning point in my life.
So you started questioning life, and I guess you were searching for answers. So what questions were you asking yourself, and what answers did you get from your questions?
To be honest with you, it's a very basic, simple question that a lot of Muslims need to question themselves, because it was the month of Ramadan at the time, and I was praying, and I met this brother who was a revert, and I just told him my story, and this is how I'm trying to get into the deen, and he told me his story, that he's been a Muslim for 5-6 years, and I was quite inspired by this guy, because we had quite a lot in common, And then he just asked me a basic question. He says, "Oh, Ahmed, can you convince me if there's a creator? Can you give me proof of creation?" And I just laughed it off, and I was like, "Are you serious?" So I gave him a few concepts. But it wasn't enough, because he challenged me. And when he challenged me back, I was like, wow, I can't even prove to this guy that there's a creator out there. And this is why I'm sort of always drifting away from my religion. So to cut the long story short, after Ramadan, we sat down and we did some studies, some halakas with this brother, and I went through the whole concept of life and creation and the proof of Quran. So we did a full man-life universe, and alhamdulillah, at the end of it, I was sort of so convinced of a creator that everything else just started to fall in place. So I knew I had accountability, my salahs, I knew I had to do this. So even if I lost something, like I lost my sister, and that meant so much to me, but if I lost something else, I was like, it's for the best. Everything happens for a reason. So you know, just getting the right concepts in my life, alhamdulillah, has helped me so much.
SubhanAllah, so that was almost like Allah takes away one important issue, person, you know, life, SubhanAllah, and replaces it with this blessing, this barakah, this knowledge of Islam.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And that has now influenced you in your career, in your music career.
Definitely.
And is it meant that much to you for you to impact, then become a nasheed artist?
Yeah, definitely, because music's something I've always loved. And back in 2004, I was given a CD. It was some like rap nasheeds,
right.
And I was like, wow, these guys are actually singing about, you know, Salahuddin Ayyubi and so many guys. I was like, who are these guys? You know, I kind of got inspired because I was like, this is quite educational at the same time, because you know, we listen to like the mainstream songs and the Bollywood, it's always lovey-dovey and you don't really learn anything, but this was so amazing. It was like, wow, that's what inspired me, you know.
So then, like, because for me, I was just thinking this when I was prepping to interview you,
right,
that why still carry on in music? I mean, like, you know, the love for music, I guess, was that strong for you to, did you want to convey a message now about Islam, or what was it that you wanted to talk about Islam and share it with the
See, you know, music
people?
is a very powerful tool. You know, just like media, music, I believe, is probably one of the most powerful tools out there.
Yeah.
You know, you can send a message to thousands of people just within a few minutes, you know, and I'm using music for that purpose. It's just to reach out to people. This is my form of dawah.
So when you're singing your nasheed songs, and you've actually mentioned that you take your inspiration from Allah and from events and people. But what I wanted to know, what kind of inspiration from Allah do you get?
What kind of inspiration I get from Allah?
Yeah.
Oh, subhanAllah. I mean, like, you know, when I just look around and look at His signs, you know, I do a lot of traveling. So, I mean, when I'm on the aeroplane and I just look at the clouds and all these things, I just like, it just, subhanAllah. You know, it just amazes me. And, you know, it's like, I just get inspired to write songs, Islamic songs. So
while you're in the plane?
I don't think I've.
I've written some stuff on the plane.
I don't think I've written a full song, but I've definitely written a few verses on the plane. Yeah. I might write a verse or two after this interview. You know.
You should
so wherever I am, I mean, I always make notes on my phone. I've got a book beside my bed, and sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I'll make a few notes of something that I probably dreamt about. And that's the beauty of life and the experiences that you know, the people that you meet. You know, you always get inspired by something.
Yeah,
you know?
No, exactly, because that's exactly what I was just like. Every time I'm interviewing a special guest, and I'm like, oh, I could ask this question, and then I make sure there's a notepad beside me, because that's very useful, isn't it? And it's a good tip to actually tell aspiring artists, or you know, who want to write songs or write books and things like that. Always keep a notepad.
Keep a notepad, or if you've got an iPhone, you've got a notepad on there. So.
Exactly, mashallah. So your singing, it led to you starting your own record label in 2004. So you're 23, 24 at that age, which is quite young. I mean, like looking back now, mashallah, it's just, what made you want to set up a record label? Did you not think that, was there a need for a record label?
Think, to be honest, at the time, I think there was a need, because I just felt like I've got all the experience in production and stuff, and it'll be a shame not to use this. So when I first set up the record label, it was just to give people an opportunity to sort of like reach out and share their talent.
Right.
Because I just felt that we need more role models in the Muslim world, because like growing up as a young Muslim myself, unfortunately I didn't have that many role models. If I had more Muslim role models that I could relate to, maybe I could have begun my, you know, religious journey a lot earlier. At that time, it was just the message film, and I remember my father watching Sheikh Ahmad Dean lectures and stuff. So there wasn't many role models out there. But yeah, I set up this record label just so that we can, you know, we can create more role models, more nasheed artists that can actually come on board with us and can actually, you know, spread the message of love and peace.
Yeah, true. I mean, so who have you got in your books, Iqra Promotions?
Iqra Promotions, we work with a renowned artist called Kamala Dean.
Yes.
He was one of the first artists that I actually produced for. Alhamdulillah, it was absolutely amazing working with this brother. You know, we released an album, we performed at the first GPU, he did the first Quran recitation, he travelled far and beyond. It was a beautiful journey, mashallah. And then later on in life, he settled down, he got married, he got children, so his career sort of ended, unfortunately. And
you can help him revive his career.
I tried my best.
Inshallah.
I tried my best with this brother, but you know, I just gave him his time and his space.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
You
so
know,
how did you meet him? How did you get
it's a long story. I mean, we did a concert in Sheffield. We invited a lot of Muslim personalities to come and do a program, and he was one of them. And you know, I met him there basically. And then his brother said, "Look, Ahmed, it's been nice speaking with you. You know, you've got talent. Let's just put it together and let's do something." So these guys inspired me to sort of, you know, I thought about doing a record label, and then I thought, this is it now. I'm going to have to do something. And people like Kamal, you know, I'll just get them on board. So alhamdulillah.
Yeah, mashallah. Good choice, by the way.
Yeah,
you picked a good one, mashallah. Very good one. In terms of like the music that you do, your genre, you classify it as world music. So you've got your qawwali, you got your English nasheeds, your English lyricals. So you focus your nasheed on world music. Why particularly in that genre?
It's just to reach out to a wider audience, because I think if it's just within like one genre, which is the nasheed genre, it's quite limited. So when we look at the world genre, it kind of opens it up to so many different avenues, especially the non-Muslims.
Yeah.
So
what kind of feedback do you get?
Alhamdulillah, I have so many non-Muslims that follow my music. I did a few concerts, a tour a couple of years ago, and we had quite a few that attended as well.
Yeah.
So alhamdulillah.
What did they say?
Oh, they absolutely love this music. Yeah, they're like, this is just music with meaning. So actually, I don't know how they understand the Urdu and the Arabic. But the English, they actually like. I mean, there's a nasheed that I performed called Palestine. Oh yeah. And they really like. They said it really touched their heart.
Okay, that's really amazing that like non-Muslims are following you, because I think it's nice that that nasheed is able to reach out to everyone, everyone, mashallah.
Of course. Yeah.
You know, like I was saying at the beginning, and as you've been explaining yourself, you're such a busy man, not busy. You know, singing, songwriting, traveling, you know, everything. What do you do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I do a lot of sports and stuff.
Like?
Socialise with my friends, play a bit of cricket, a bit of football, a bit of snooker. Oh yeah. You know, just relax in environments like this, in cafes.
Of course.
In Cafe Sapphire in Sheffield, you know, we just chill out and have qahwa and mint tea and all these kind of things, you know. So
amazing, amazing. Yeah. So I'm going to be a bit like Snoopy.
Okay.
So family life, married,
yes,
kids?
Married, yes. No kids.
Mashallah, no kids. Yeah. So what, like, you know, your wife, does she think, gosh, you know, Ahmed, where is he? He's always out and about. How do you manage that? How do you manage your busy...
I've got a good balance. You know, I think it's always important to have a partner that understands you. Yeah. So alhamdulillah, I'm quite blessed in that sense.
Mashallah, it's always good to go home.
Yeah, of course.
And like see your family after a long, hectic day. Mashallah. Jazakallah khair, Ahmad Hussain, for joining me. And I feel like I know you a bit more. You know, it's nice to get to know your guest. Alhamdulillah. But the fun isn't over yet, because the fun really begins now, where it's time for rapid fire questions. Ahmad Hussain, are you ready to answer honestly and truthfully during these questions?
Shall I take on off on something?
Oh, no. There is no compromise you know, you got to accept all the rules.
Inshallah, I'll try my best.
Okay, inshallah. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, who would you collaborate with? Ahmad Hussain or Sami Yusuf?
Sami Yusuf.
Really? Okay, interesting. Sheffield Wednesday or Sheffield United?
Sheffield United.
Oh, what's your pet peeve?
Don't have one.
You don't have pet peeve? What about the one with the spoon? That's not your pet peeve?
Okay.
What's your favourite item in your wardrobe?
All my clothes.
Fair enough. Who's your superhero?
Superhero is Wow, superhero. Where are you?
TikTok.
I don't know. Saladin, you'll be somebody like this.
Okay, fine. 3 things that people don't know about you.
3 things that I think everybody knows everything about me. Social media, they get to know
but
me.
you got to dig deep.
Oh.
What do people, at least one thing?
I'm a nice guy.
You sure are. I think people might know that from social media too. Okay, if you talked in your sleep, what would you say?
I'd probably sing a nasheed.
Really? Which one do you think?
Probably like a durood or something.
Ah, that's a good one. What's the first thing you notice when you meet someone?
Notice, as in...
Yeah, like your first impression of someone. Was your first impression of someone?
Just give them salam and just expect a salam back.
And do you notice their clothes or like the way they smile, maybe whatever comes in. Yeah, you don't take notice. No, how do you describe yourself in 3 words?
Humble, hard working.
And what does success mean to you?
It means everything to me. Success is the the word's not coming out. The passport for the future. I don't know.
Okay, mashallah. And one last thing, to win that prize, because you do win a prize.
Okay.
Can you sing an a cappella of Muhammad, please?
You mean the world to me, and this cannot be changed. My heart is broken and it's calling out your name. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina ya Mustafa.
Mashallah, mashallah, mashallah.
Thank you.
And because you've redeemed yourself, you have won this Yafa product dates.
Amazing.
For you.
Thank you so much.
No, jazakallah khair. It's been amazing having you.
It's been amazing having you.
Yes, great. Thank you. And inshallah, hope to see you soon.
Inshallah. Thank you so much.
Jazakallah khair. And jazakallah khair to you for watching at home. Hopefully you enjoyed my coffee session with Ahmad Hussain as much as I did. Alhamdulillah. And you know what? I'm also looking forward to future coffee sessions with some very special guests. Until then, Assalamu alaikum.